Hey guys, I've got my December favorites for you today. I've got some skincare and a bunch of makeup to share with you. And if you're new to my channel, new to my favorites videos, what I like to do is apply as many of the makeup products onto my face as possible and cut away to that footage when I'm talking about the products so you can see them in action. But I'm gonna go ahead and start with skincare. So from Revive, I have been trying out this Firmative Chin Contour mask. You can actually see a picture of it on the back here. So it hooks onto your ears and it's supposed to help contour this area of your face. Now, I'm 51 years old, so I've become very, very concerned with this part of my face and also with my neck, which we'll be talking about next. But I have definitely noticed a little bit of sagging here, especially like profile. And when you do YouTube and you're editing videos, it's quite shocking, especially when it's something you've never noticed before. It's like, was that my face? So anyway, I've been very concerned with this. So Revive had sent me like one of their Christmas gift boxes, and included were a bunch of these chin contour masks. And I was so excited to try them, but I was also really skeptical because I thought, a mask that you leave on for 20 to 30 minutes, like how much help could that provide in this whole area? And let me tell you, I think it does a really, really nice job. I actually used one of these, not this morning, yesterday morning, and you really feel tightened. And I have dry skin, and the word tighten is usually something that repels me because I don't like the feeling of tightness because of my dry skin. That usually means that my skin is too dry and I need to moisturize it. I need to put all of my oils and creams on. But this truly tightens my skin right here without it feeling dry. In fact, it's more of like a smoothing kind of tighten, like a support. It's almost like I get this invisible support here, and it just does such a great job, I think. Like right here it was fine, and then I was getting this little dip right here, and this has definitely helped lift that whole area. You can see it's like smooth. Actually, can you see? Hold on. Yeah, it's like smoothed out here without it having like my chin and then like this little like boop. The difference is detectable immediately, which is why I wanted to share it with you guys. And my skin down here feels so smooth, so smooth. So I just want to show you this one video on the Revive site, and it's just like how to apply, but here, it's this woman, she's just putting it under, oh, that's what I wanted to show you. So she uses that roller to kind of smooth the mask on. So that's what I do as well. It feels so good. It feels so great. And I just use a roller. You can use any like roller that you may have. The one that they're showing is like one of those two, it's like a Y with two rollers at either end. I happen to have one of those, but if you have something, even I feel like a gua sha stone would really help to just sort of work the product in an upward motion, I think is really, really helpful. And I just love the feeling of it. It's like you're giving this part of your face like a really nice massage. And I don't know about you, but just up until recently, this is definitely a part of my face that I have ignored. It's like I was always so concerned with what you could see just right here, head on, forehead, cheeks, this area, but I was never that concerned with all of this until now, until 51. So anyway, it's been, wow, I picked a terrible day to wear a turtleneck, but it's been really, really helpful. I just feel like I have a lot more of a contour here, and it's great. And they recommend only using it once or twice a week. I have only used this twice now. So for 2 weeks, I only used it like once last week and once yesterday morning. And I already feel like I see a difference. So there's peptides in here, hyaluronic acid, and phytocollagen natto gum. It enhances moisture levels for improved texture and soft, supple skin. I feel like that's what I'm feeling when I take the mask off, is how smooth, like unbelievably smooth this area of my chin is. It's really, really incredible. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you. Been really loving this mask. The next skincare product I want to share with you is the Neck and Décolleté Concentrate from La Mer. And again, I think I was editing, it wasn't a YouTube video, but I think I was editing some videos. I had a friend in from out of town. We went to go see the Usher concert, and so we were doing like a selfie. Anyway, I saw my neck skin and I was like, that needs a little bit of extra help. And I do have that Neck and Deck LED mask from Current Body. I don't use it enough. I really have to like up it. But that Neck and Deck mask, it like swings around here. Anyway, I needed something a little bit more like right here at this waddle, I feel like the neck and neck mask, it's down here, like when I Velcro it around my neck. So it gets this area and it's been really great for my décolleté, but I really wanted to like attack this right here. So I think I got this from, it's either Neiman Marcus or Bergdorf. They don't actually have this at Sephora, which I thought was interesting. But anyway, I picked this up either at Neiman Marcus or Bergdorf, and I have been applying it pretty much every evening. And I feel like there's some pretty big improvement here. Hold on. Can I get the light here? Yeah, some pretty big improvement. And I'm gonna stick that picture that I took at the Usher concert, just so you can see my neck, just so you can see the difference. Well, I really picked the wrong day to wear a turtleneck, but my skin here has been looking really, really crepey, but this has incredibly like plumped it up. I don't feel like I've got that like loose skin. It's really been incredible. And like I said, I've just been using it at night. I'm trying to think of when I purchased it. It's probably been like a solid month that I've been using it, and I don't need that much. And like I said, I've just been putting it right here. I just massage it in. If I have any extra, I kind of go all the way down or whatever. The texture of this is really nice too. So it's this like pudding-like kind of texture. And I like it because it actually absorbs fairly quickly. And so I'm not left with this like dampness on my neck. I don't know, does that bother you guys? Like, I just feel like I don't want to feel I don't want to feel like sticky, like moisturizer on my neck. It really bothers me. Anyway, it absorbs really, really quickly. So by the time I actually go to bed, it's fully absorbed. I don't feel like all gooey here or anything. So it's a really nice texture. And I just am so impressed with how much more plump, how much more plump and less crepey this whole part of my neck is looking and like feeling even. So I'm so impressed with this. Obviously, I'm really concerned with this whole part of my my body right now. But these two skincare products have really, really been impressing me. Okay, let's move on to makeup. Well, this next product I want to talk about could actually be considered skincare as well, but this is the Chantecaille Sheer Glow Gold Face Tint. And I've been using this as a primer. It is quite nice, I have to say. I'm not surprised. I've had the rose tint and also they had a bronze tint. This one I think is my favorite. The rose, I felt like I didn't see much of, and the bronze I felt like was a little bit too deep for my skin tone for every day. If I wanted, you know, a little bronzy look, it was great. But this gold is really, really nice. It really feels like a moisturizer on my skin. It has a really nice texture to it. It's a little bit denser than the La Mer neck concentrate. And I think what I like about it is that the gold is very, very subtle. It doesn't feel like you're putting on a liquid highlighter. I think that would really be a turnoff. I think as a primer or as like a skincare product, it's too much. But it's really, really faint in that it just gives your skin like kind of like a satin kind of sheen to it. And then I really like how it smooths out my skin. It plumps up my skin. Again, I have very, very dry skin. So it's just a really, really great primer. It's a really great like moisturizer slash primer, and I really like that it has a little bit of shimmer to it. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. This appeared as my all-time favorite primer. So this is very similar to the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base in that it is very, very moisturizing, but I love how it's also just like the Bobbi Brown. It's also very, very smoothing. So it's really a great primer. It's really a great step before putting on like all of your base products if you want like a nice canvas for it. So I've really, really been enjoying this. And I know I've talked about other primers like the Victoria Beckham. I've already forgotten what that is, but I used to love that. I still love that. I just haven't like re-upped on it. I went through that bottle, but you guys know, the priming moisturizer, I think it was called. Anyway, that one has a bit more of a sheen to it. This one is even more subtle than that. And I think this is a little bit more appropriate for every day if you don't want to worry about looking too much like the Tin Man. So this has been really wonderful. Been loving that. And then this next product, I feel like it's a product that people used to talk about quite a bit. And I feel like I've watched influencers based in the UK still talk about it. I think they're UK based brands, so maybe that's why I've seen it more on UK based channels. However, I was shocked. Again, it was either Neiman Marcus or Bergdorf. And it was when I got the La Mer neck concentrate that I came across this and I was like, oh my gosh, what happened to this product? I never actually tried it when it was popular, but I had tried products from this brand, and I'm talking about Rodial. And this is the Banana Lowlighter. They have 3 shades. They have a banana lowlighter, a peach, and a latte low lighter. The latte is definitely more for like light medium or medium skin tones. The banana and the peach, I would say the banana is definitely for like light to very light skin tones. Peach probably for like light medium. Anyway, I thought I would try the banana, and I really love this product. It has such a great creamy texture, and I love that, you know, it acts like a concealer, and so I apply it where I do want to conceal, but it is also meant to be a corrector, which is why they call it, you know, banana peach. So this one is meant to correct more like purpley bluish tones. The peach is meant to correct more like greenish tones. And I definitely want to try the peach. And I don't need that much correction underneath my eyes. I don't have that much discoloration underneath my eyes. So I just wanted to go with a tone that was kind of similar to my skin tone, which was this banana. And it's such a great like low lighter. It's not a super high, glossy, metallic, shimmery highlighter. It's just very, very subtle. And I like that it conceals, it corrects, and it highlights like a little bit all in one. It's very, very brightening. And I was kind of stepping away from like the whole like super bright under eye thing, especially in the summertime. I was definitely going for concealers that were a little bit closer to just like my facial skin tone, right? I wasn't going for like one shade lighter to brighten that up. But I think in the winter time, I like that. I like a little bit of brightening. So I've been really reaching for this. I've really been enjoying it. And I'm looking at the tube right now. It says Lit from Within Complexion Enhancer. And that really is like the perfect description of this product. It's very, very enhancing. And it makes it such a unique product because I do feel like it has like a very, very low satin kind of finish. So it's not shimmery in any way, but it just has a really, really nice kind of finish to it. So I've really been enjoying this. And I think I'm going to pick up the peach low lighter. Are any of you guys still using this out there? Do you guys remember when we were talking about this, what, like maybe 6 years ago? I feel like a lot of people were talking about this product, but not anymore. I think we should bring this back. So anyway, that's the banana low lighter from Rodial. And then I talked a lot about powders in my last video, I think. And I talked about powders like during Mishmas or whatever. Anyway, I had been talking about loose powders a lot, and it made me realize that I wanted to reorder my favorite loose powder. I had gone through it. I had recommended it to you guys. It had appeared in my all-time favorite luxury makeup videos, but I had run out of it. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm just going to go through the powders that I have, of which I have a lot of, go through those before I reorder it. And I've gone through some other powders, but I just had to go and reorder it. So I thought I'd mention it today. It's the Kogendo Natural Lighting Powder. This powder is so good. I have it dusted all over my face and it sets down my makeup. It definitely brings down shine a little bit. And I think that's what I love about it. It is not super mattifying. It's not super drying. It has the most natural, really, really, really soft satin sheen. It just makes my skin look so filtered in the best way possible. I have not been able to find a powder that is quite as good as this, and I am on a hunt. I am on a hunt because talc is used in this powder, and I really want to find some like talc-free powders that are just as good as this. I haven't come across any yet, but I am on the hunt. So anyway, stay tuned for that video. Definitely subscribe if you're interested in that. But yeah, I just ordered like 7 talc-free powders and I've been like slowly going through them. The one that I just pulled out, actually just sidebar here, is the House Labs one. One of you actually recommended this to me. So far it's okay. So far it's okay. I'm going to keep playing around with it, but I do like this one better. This one is really, really good. If you're not afraid of talc products, I would recommend this. And then I do want to mention the bronzer that I have on. And I debated whether or not I should have mentioned this product in my Best of 2024 video that I did during Mishmas. I talked about the Armani Luminous Silk Glow Bronzer because that came out earlier in the year. I've been using that product a lot, and I do like the finish of the Armani bronzer more than this one, but I really, really love the shade of this bronzer. This is the Lancome CE Skin Transforming Bronzer in 02 Light. And this one has just a little bit of a peachy undertone, which I think is so, so pretty on my skin. The Armani on my skin I find to be just a little bit more neutral, but this just has such a healthy kind of glow to it. And the formula is really, really great. The only thing I like about the Armani more than this one is that the Armani has more of a very light kind of satin finish to it, where this is definitely more matte. So I'm not sure that I would take the Armani off the list and replace it with this one for the best of 2024, but maybe I should have mentioned this one as well. But I really love the tone of this Lancome. It's really, really complimentary, and it is just a pressed powder, so it's very, very easy to use. And in fact, it's actually a very soft powder, so you want to be kind of gentle when you're putting your brush in there. But anyway, I wanted to talk about this because it is so lovely on the skin. All right, and for blushes, this is so funny. Okay, so Westman Atelier actually sent me this Baby Cheeks blush stick. Now, I pretty much have all the shades. I have 6 of them. There's one that I didn't have. And I remember thinking, oh, I don't have that one. I should order it. And I was like, don't be ridiculous. You have the rest of them. It's fine. You can live without it. But anyway, they sent it to me, and it's the shade Mimi. And I love it. I think it's my favorite one out of the whole line. So that is what I have on my cheeks. I pretty much just brushed my brush over this and then pounced it onto my cheeks. And I used this complexion brush from BK Beauty. It's the 116. So I just kind of like grazed it over and then pounced it on my cheeks. And this is just a hint more neutral, a little bit warmer than Petal, which is probably the shade that I use the most, probably their most popular shade, but that one has a little bit more pink. It's a little bit closer to mauve. This one, as you can see, is a little bit more earthy looking than that. And I think I like this one a lot. I think I like this one just a little bit more than Petal. I just think it's really pretty. It's almost like the stick version of Charnel, my Dior favorite. Maybe a little bit. Anyway, I love, love, love this. I mean, I've talked about the Baby Cheeks blush sticks incessantly, so I'm not going to go on, but I just wanted to mention this Mimi shade. It's all about the Mimi shade. Okay. Moving on to highlighter. These Armani Luminous Silk Aqua Highlighters. I love these. So I have 2 shades, and one is a little bit too gold for me. Number 2. This one's too gold for me. And what I like to do is, oh, hi Butters. My dog just walked in here with like a chewy ball in her mouth. So these are the 2 shades that I have, 2 and 3. So 2 is the one that's too gold. This one. And then this one is what I have on my cheeks today, but it is fairly cool toned. So what I like to do when I'm feeling really ambitious is to mix these 2 together, and I feel like I get the perfect sort of neutral, like champagne kind of tone. Really, really gorgeous. But if you're looking for something cooler, actually, let me show you this side. I would go for the 3, and if you're looking for something warmer, I would go for the 2. If you're extra like me, get both, mix them together. But really, really pretty. I feel like I can dab this on my cheek and work it out with a brush, which is what I did today. I actually just worked it out with the Hourglass concealer brush, or you can just use your finger. You can like dab some on because this has a doe foot kind of applicator. Super easy. You can just dab some right onto your face, and then you can use a finger and blend out. Finger, brush, either one I think works really, really nicely. So really, really loving these. I do love like a liquid highlighter. They're so beautiful and they're so subtle. So those are the Armani Luminous Silk Aqua Highlighters. And then I've got 2 eyeshadow products to talk about. So this I haven't even been able to haul for you guys because I got it. I just started using it right away. And this is the Natasha Denona Mini Eye Sculpt palette. Yes, it's basic. Okay, I admit it. It is super basic. Is this something we need? I said yes. I was really, really excited for this. I've been wanting something like this from Natasha Denona or even Pat McGrath for a really long time. Just an all matte, really basic eyeshadow palette. One that I could travel with, one that could work with a lot of my one and done shadows if I wanted to, you know, add a little bit more dimension. I basically have these 4 shades on. I don't have the black one on today, but I put this all over my lid, this number 2 shade all over my lid. Number 3, I basically use to kind of deepen up my outer corners, my socket line. And then number 4, I use to deepen up even further. Now, this is such a minimal gripe, it's barely even a gripe. It's an observation. It's an observation, it's not a gripe, is that this number 4 brown over here is just a touch warmer than these 2. Well, I can't really speak to the warmth of either the black or the really light cream bone shade, but these 2, I hope you can tell, you'll probably be able to tell in the swatches, which I'll flash up here now. The numbers 2 and 3 have a little bit of like a pinky base to them, making them a little bit cooler. And the number 4 brown, it has a little bit of like an orange tint to it. So I find that to be just a hint warmer. I don't think it's necessarily bad. I just personally like cooler tone browns. And so I just selfishly would have wanted that brown to be just a little bit cooler tone, to have an undertone more of like a red versus a yellow. But aside from that, the formula is really, really great. These mattes are so velvety soft. They blend out beautifully. They have great pigmentation. So even this one, I was afraid, oh, is this going to be too close to my skin tone? I could still see it on my lid. Just really, really gorgeous. And you guys know how much I love a small, compact, efficient eyeshadow palette. So I'm so excited for this. I am going to be traveling in a couple of weeks, and this is definitely going to be coming with me. And then the other eyeshadow I want to talk about, it's what I have tapped on top of the Natasha Denona. So if you see that pretty, pretty metallic sheen, that's from the Patrick Ta eyeshadow duos. This is the Eye Illusion eyeshadow duo in Still at the Club. I really, really like these eyeshadows. I know there's been so much controversy, that's such a strong word, but there's so much controversy about these shadows because of the price point. They are expensive, but man, oh man, is this one beautiful. This one is so, so gorgeous. I wish he sold this one as a single. This one is also very beautiful, but it is also a much deeper shade, which I don't feel comfortable just sort of slathering all over my eyelids. This one, no problem. I will put that all over my eyelid. I think it works really beautifully. I love the tone. It is also of a cooler tone. This one, you can probably see it has like a bit of copper in there. So again, we're doing like a cool, warm situation. And I really like the cool. Not that I'm not going to use this and not that this isn't gorgeous, but this is definitely what I think of when I reach for this duo. So again, this is the Still at the Club. And I just really, really love these. They're like a big gel powder formula. They're gorgeous. I can put them on with a brush. Today I put this on with my finger. It goes on beautifully. And I think it's just such a great addition to like a matte look. This is perfect. This is like the perfect pairing, a match made in heaven, if you will. So anyway, I've been loving this. I really, really do love this eye duo. And then lips, I don't have a new product. I do just have a new shade. So the Sarah Creole hydrating, Speak for Yourself, hydrating lipstick. That's the full name. I had been loving, which one was I loving? Invisible Labor. So this is one of the first shades that I got. It's a really light peach. There's some gold flecks in there. It's really, really beautiful. It reminded me of my Chanel beige or lipstick. And the formula is great. It is a very hydrating lipstick. It feels wonderful on the lips. But they just recently sent me Mansplain. This shade is so good. It's so, so good. It's that beautiful nude that I love. And so it's just a little bit more, like brown toned than the Invisible Labor. Invisible Labor is lighter, peachier, and then this is Mansplain, which is a little bit more nude. Just gorgeous. I have been using this with my Makeup Forever, lip liners, which I can't shut up about. This is such a great shade. It's a little bit more nude than the Lisa Eldridge Romy, which I absolutely love. Yeah, this one just has like a little bit more fudgy brownness to it. Both beautiful, but I wanted to mention this one because this one is a little bit newer to my collection. It's fantastic. It's so fantastic. Anyway, that is it for my favorites this month. Please let me know what you guys have been loving down below in the comment section. I always love to hear what you guys are loving. Your suggestions are always, always welcome. Thank you so, so much. And if you haven't subscribed down below, you're enjoying my content, please feel free to subscribe down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.